Kid falls holding the toy plane with his left hand, and when he bounces, the plane is on the right hand. All the tourists disappear, but they are just covered by the sand dust, right? Gru walks around with a balloon and pin just to make kids happy, then sad. He then throws the pin on the ground for someone to step on. Truly evil. When Gru comes back from the coffee shop where he got a coffee and a pastry, he gets out of his car and speaks with his neighbor. His hands are empty as he talks, and he walks towards his house after the conversation. Once inside the house, he has the pastry bag with him. Gru has a curved TV, but those did not exist in 2010. Dr. Nefario calls Gru during daytime, then Gru goes to his underground lair and gives a speech that takes so long that it is now nighttime. Minion jumps down the chute and then reappears. Jumbotron's lights on the scrolling words are broken, so the letters should light up differently as it passes by the broken sections. Short Minion pulls out a rocket launcher, then grows a few inches, then shrinks. It could be just different camera angles, but I don't think so. The tape on the floor is further away from the desk than it appears. If you run a line up the wall, the tape is about in the middle of the picture frames. In the following scenes, the tape is more under the middle of the first picture frame. Besides, if the tape is so close to the desk that the kids can touch the desk, then there is no point in having the tape. No way she could have carried that mud pie in her pocket. Mr. Perkins' apple switches from his left hand to his right hand. Also, he drops the squashed apple on the floor and then it's gone.
Look, Gru, the point is, there are
Glass container door closes by itself. Or maybe that happened off camera in the split second it took to change camera angles. The hole seems to be close to the rivets of the ship, but on the next scene the hole is gone. It's a close call though. Other videos report that the hole disappears when seen from the inside of the aircraft, but I think the hole is still there but covered by the internal chassis frame. Earlier the elephant shrunk, so Gru and the minions should have also gotten smaller. Just like later we see Gru miniaturizing one of the minions. It's impossible to pilot the aircraft from that position. Gru is about to get hit by a bunch of guns and his goggles are on his head, but afterwards, dirt shows if the goggles were protecting his eyes. Or did he pull down the goggles off camera? She must not have liked how her desk looked, so she moved the computer from her left to her right side. Gru's date of birth is 9/28/1960, but the information that the minions enter into the computer says that Gru got a Nobel Prize in 1951. No seatbelts. Shrinking the sink leaves an open pipe in the wall without water coming out, but when shrinking the toilet, the floor pipe still fits and later squirts water. Gru's dog bites newspaper and the pieces on the floor later disappear. The clock on the stove goes from 12:10 to 12:11 and then back to 12:10, pulling things out of nowhere when we earlier saw that she wasn't holding anything. The capsule opens a door for them to step in, but early in the movie Gru uses the capsule in a very different way. It just slides on top of him and there's no door. They are on a platform and they didn't notice the girls nearby. There is no way the girls could sneak on them.
What are you doing here?
Some people think that the book cover switches from the back to the front. Kids' books can have the same picture on the back and the front, so I don't know what they are talking about. Perhaps what they meant to say is that the animators forgot to illustrate the back of the book. The girls undercharge Vector when they delivered his cookies based on the clipboard Margot was holding when they paid him the first visit. All cookies, $6.
4 boxes of mini mints, 2 toffee totes, 2 caramel clumpies, and 15 boxes of coconutties.
Exactly. I'd like to see somebody
That's
else
23 cookies, so the cost is $138 and not just $52.
That'll be $52.
During the roller coaster scene, the cart has a safety bar before he gets on, but it's missing when he gets off. The straw is straight, then bent. Ice all over the floor disappears after Gru falls on the floor. When Gru is reading the story about the 3 little kitties, he turns the pages while keeping his fingers inside of the puppets. Some people say this will be impossible because of the way the holes in the other pages line up with the fingers as he turns them. But if you look carefully, his hand is slightly turned, so he can bend his fingers in the direction of the page, thus making it possible to turn the pages.
Only 48 hours till the launch.
If the rocket launches in 48 hours, it would mean they will be launched at night, but later we see the launch happening during the day. Margot puts her seatbelt, Edith's seatbelt just buckles by itself, and Agnes is a total fail. No seatbelt or car seat. No one is on the moon videotaping this angle, so the minions will not have this point of view on the screen. Vector targets Gru with 6 missiles, but only 4 missiles hit the wall behind him. Gru runs forward, but that would just put him within Vector's walled compound. To get to the pyramid, Gru would have to run back and go around. That's how far the aircrafts were apart and the girls jumped. That's a nearly impossible jump. At least the movie makers should make it a little more believable and put the ships closer together. Minion law of gravity dictates that the minions fall faster than humans, therefore they can reach a falling human in a split second. Agnes was wearing white tights, but then it looks like she's wearing pink tights, which would give a darker tone under the moonlight.
You are a beautiful woman. Do you speak Spanish?
Do I look like I speak Spanish?
You have a face como un burro.
Oh.
Still.
Hey!
Oops. My unicorn! You have to fix it.
Fix it? Look!
Legends can be now and forever. Loved by.
Rule number 3. So no annoying sounds, right?
Does this count as annoying?
I got my ticket for the long way round.
Very